Now he said he wants to win. This is why he's here. He's coming for trophies. He's coming for checks, is Nicolas. And he's got the Saudi Arabian prince, the FIFA world champion in his way, in Msdossary. I'm excited. Brandon's excited. Let's get into it.
Exactly that. And, you know, I want to point out the whole debate about the cross-console final. Obviously, sometimes when we get into this kind of stage of the tournament, it's the Xbox against the PlayStation. PlayStation players, on the record I've got here, have only won 5 cross-console finals. There's been a lot of them. You know,
Since 2016,
Xbox have probably, you know, tripled that number or even more. So I'm sure there'll be a few PlayStation players out there rooting for a Nicolas win here. But as you said, you've got Msdossary, second in the world on those Global Series rankings. Obviously about 6,000 points behind Tex. Maybe about 5,000 points after this weekend. Both players already guaranteed themselves 850 Global Series ranking points each. But we are here, we are underway. This is your cross-console final. Msdossary up against Nicolas, or as we're calling it, the Prince against the Iceman. And we're kicking off on the Xbox first. It was Nicolas that won the coin toss. We were up here watching it, Richard, and Nicolas just turned round into the eyes of Msdossary and went, we're playing on Xbox first.
And this was Nicolas' decision. He won the toss. So clearly, I think the thinking behind picking your less preferred console first is that you can chase the game on your preferred console. It's much easier to chase this year in FIFA than it is to hold on to the ball, in all honesty. You've got the tools to be able to press, constant pressure, team pressing.
I think there's a stat as well, I think that we've seen go around. The players that normally start on their away console normally go on to win in a cross-console final. I think, you know, we think back to the times that Tex has won, Dull and Mike. Even you go back to the likes of Resende against Nicolas. The chance comes here, ball rolled over. Going to see a direct shot, and obviously both these players have won titles this year. The FUT Champions Cup in December here at Gfinity, this same arena that Msdossary just seems to thrive off playing in. He won that tournament, and that was your cross-console final we're looking at right now. Nicolas
winning the Club World Cup and also the LQE in February, both again in London. It seems like London's been the hub of competitive FIFA this year for both of these two players, who will be lifting their third, for Nicolas, their second trophy of the year.
As we said, we didn't see them in action in Singapore. Nicolas wasn't feeling too well. When I spoke to him earlier, I was like, you feeling all right now? He said, yeah, I think I'm feeling a little bit better now. And his FIFA ability has shown that. Even though when he spoke to Tom there, he said, okay, I'm maybe not playing the best I can. As Msdossary comes in with this attack now, just tries to drill it.
One of the only players to use Neuer in between the sticks is Nicolas. A lot of people either going Van der Sar or De Gea, whereas he likes that 91 Manuel Neuer. It's a comfortability thing. If you use him at home and he does well for you, you qualify for events and you win events, such like Nicolas does. Why change it if you get a new shiny item that comes out?
This is Nicolas now on the attack. R9 Ronaldo for him, back to goal. That was up in there. Just Rio Ferdinand like on the floor there, just completely fell over. But you have to have a look at the journey that these guys had. Msdossary yesterday. At one point he did lose a game. You can see some of the results there for Nicolas. We'll talk about Nicolas's first, and I guess we may, as he beat Web Nasri in that last game, 5-2, beat Lev Vinken 5-4 in the quarterfinals.
After trailing 3-1 as well, let's not forget that. In the quarterfinals, it was a 7-5 victory against M10 Houston. Msdossary 6-3 against Hensu, 4-1 against Stokes, and 4-2 against
Msdossary kicking us off here. Kylian Mbappe, 20 minutes on the clock. And still the man that we all keep talking about, that 97 team of the year, Kylian Mbappe. Right place, right time for the Frenchman. And I think the moral of the story was, Richard, looking at those results of how both players got to this final. Very, very difficult.
Oh, unbelievably tough runs for both of these two players to get here, and the 99 finishing from Kylian Mbappe coming out on top once again. He always seems to be in the right place at the right time, does Mbappe. Taking the reins from Messi, you'd say, as the second best effective player behind Ronaldo, if not the most effective player. In front of Ronaldo now.
And the player as well on their home console with a 1-0 lead. As we were talking about earlier, that coin toss where Msdossary was kind of like, okay, we'll start on Xbox then. Maybe in his mind, if he won that coin toss, maybe he would have played away. We don't know that. He did take the lead 20 minutes into this one.
Also, just given the fact that Msdossary is a pro and he's qualified on multiple consoles.
He's played tournaments on multiple consoles as well. The Continental Cup, he said that earlier.
He's just one of the best players for this cross-console situation. He's had experience in it, he's won in it.
And he's a world champion. You said it earlier. People will kind of be forgetting that a little bit this weekend. You don't forget winning $250,000 on the big stage at the O2 Arena, and what a fun that was, Stefano Pina. Still, fantastic run for him. Obviously, best player on PlayStation in the world. And he's been having a fantastic FIFA 19 as well. Going to be Neymar into Ronaldo now. Lovely little drag back to interchange into Eusebio, who's going to be a starter, in fact, actually.
Cleared long there from Nicolas, just getting back, doing the defensive work. Oh,
Here we go.
Awful touch from Ramos.
Around the right side of his man. Yes, he can. Lovely, just bit of body work there from Ronaldo. Opened up his body, just dropped it off to R9. Mbappe now heel to heel. What can he do with this one as it just gets recycled back onto the edge of the box? Lovely fake shot chance now for Neymar. The goalkeeper moved and it left a gaping goal.
Yeah, the keeper movement from Msdossary. When we saw him earlier on, he didn't really, in Paris, that Paris Games Week, in the first couple of tournaments, he'd not mastered the new techniques to FIFA 19, the keeper movement, the timed finishing. Whereas now we're further into the year, he's greening pretty much everything. But that goalkeeper movement, there's still a couple of question marks about it, in all honesty. And you saw it there, they were expecting him to shoot across him, just a little bit too, you'd say, aggressive in the movement on the analog stick, and that's one of the big differences, really, between the two consoles. The controller placement on the analog stick is different. You can't, that's not something that's made up, that is just a fact. The controllers are different. And if you're not used to picking up an Xbox controller, if you're a PS player, or vice versa, with the goalkeeper movement, how effective it is and how meta it is, you'd say, this year, that's going to be something that's going to help or hinder you.
Obviously, that was Msdossary on his home console as well, making that little mistake. So, as you pointed out, you know, the only thing you can really look at now with a cross-console final is the difference in controllers. And where you could say that the right bumper is a little bit higher. When you move the goalkeeper, that could be something to look at now. Lovely fake shot into a shot. Falls back again, and it's going to be Nicolas. Turns this one round, and he does it very, very well. 42. Fell straight back to his feet, and he will not be missing from there.
Yeah, the shot just getting fired in from R9 there on the angle. De Gea gets something on it, but it's not really anywhere out of danger. It's just up into the air off his ankle. And Neymar, quickest to react, fires that home and puts Nicolas into a lead just before half-time. This is planning to be a fantastic cross-console final. I seem to remember we went down a similar road in December. I think it was very, very cagey, and then Msdossary just pulled away. But I think the consoles were flipped.
Obviously, it's good to point out as well, both players have already earned 850 Global Series ranking points each. They're just battling out for the chance to call themselves a champion at this event, to win the event, and to pick up that check worth $8,750 added time of 2 minutes in our first half.
Sorry to interrupt you. I think both of these two players, it's the accolade of winning rather than the prize money. They've won multiple amounts of money.
They're at the grand
checks,
finals.
Yeah, throughout their FIFA history. It's more the accolade. I spoke to Nicolas. It's about winning. It's about being able to call yourself a champion, a multiple champion throughout FIFA 19. Something that only really Tex has done, won multiple tournaments. Nicolas could go into that bracket alongside him.
As we said, I'm sure the PlayStation players could do with another cross-console final win in the books as well. And then if anything, we start debating about Nicolas enjoying playing in London and playing in the UK, because that'll be his third title this year.
Alongside a Club World Cup and also the LQE February trophy, and he's bringing on that team of the year. Look at Modric at CDM. I think he's playing the 4-2-3-1 second variation, is Nicolas, so he's using a left mid and a right mid instead of the left cam and the right cam. Slightly more defensive 4-2-3-1 iteration of the formation.
It was a very interesting start for Nicolas yesterday into proceedings. Lost his first game in Swiss style, 6-1 to Roy Feldman. He was a semi-finalist on the PlayStation. As we keep talking about, a player that's not, would you say, in the top 100 of those Global Series rankings. That's a silly fact to give away, though.
Both of these two players have suffered defeat throughout the weekend, which something you wouldn't really predict with how dominant they've been this season. He's going to spin into the back post, and he's not actually been marked by anybody, really.
A little dink all the way across. It's going to fall to Ronaldo, who actually doesn't need to use his head on this occasion. Very, very composed at the back from Msdossary.
It's quite risky though, playing it in that sort of area. He plays his way out of trouble extremely well there, does Msdossary. A couple of the passes there looked a little bit flimsy in the way that they were getting. The ball was just getting pushed around the defence. It's played out nicely.
It was a great game as well against Dax. The one we just saw a minute ago. Dax as well, playing some fantastic FIFA this weekend as well, making so many events, especially in London. Feel like we see him at every single Gfinity event. And getting to the latter stage, that's a lovely ball through. Oh, the goalkeeper movement was there as well, so if he did fall to the feet of Ronaldo, that could have been an equaliser.
Yeah, he just didn't actually get onto the ball in the end. It didn't lock him onto it. Short one into Hullet, who's going to always win that header in the centre of midfield. And I like that goal kick. He's not punted it long, he's not played to Ronaldo, but he's also not really played risky. Into Hullet, play off of him.
And there was a silly free kick. Are we going to see one of those we've seen recently? Just a bit of a hoof into the box. And I think he will play that short, or not. Yes, he will. Luka Modric into Cancelo, and then all the way across for him. We have to repeat, this is Nicolas's away console. This is on the Xbox. Msdossary with a pause there. He's not happy about something. This is our cross-console final here at Gfinity. Nice. That's a lovely fake shot to move away from the man. And to time the shot green as well with R9 Ronaldo. It's going to be Msdossary going into a pause with another goal conceded and 3-1 down on aggregate. Really nice fake shot. We've seen that a couple of times from him. The ball gets played into him and he just does the fake shot straight away, instinctively, out of his feet, creating a little bit of space, and then that green timed shot. Green means goal this year in FIFA. Timed very accurately, and it just rockets off his boot. Extra power, extra height on the shot, extra venom. And it will fire Nicolas into a 3-1 lead. Again, to reiterate, on his away console, Msdossary would not have been predicting this. I think as well, you know, it's going to be in Nicolas's head. That game he lost, the cross-console final he lost back in December. I know it was a long time ago. I know we've had game updates since then and new players have come into the game, but it's always going to be in his head that he will not want to be losing 8-2. And that's why I think for me, that this first leg here, he wants to get a bit of a lead or something to go off.
You might forgive, but you'll never forget. And that's what Nicolas is all about coming into this cross-console final. He wanted revenge for that performance at the hands of Msdossary. It looks like he's in a 4-2-3-1 standard formation right now, is Nicolas. R9 quite fatigued in at central cam. I wouldn't be surprised to see him come off, but when he's producing magic like that, why bring him off? The Brazilian prime icon moment. On the stroke of 60 minutes, 2/3 of this game have been wrapped up right now. You see Msdossary forced into making a couple of changes there. Looks like Modric coming on.
And how good has that prime icon moment R9 been this weekend?
Oh, he's probably been the standout player.
He's had a bit of a journey, R9. Beginning of the year, he's in everybody's team. Team of the year's come out. Some players will still use him, but if anything, a sub. The prime icon moment is like a rebirth. Pushed back into so many teams, and you know, if you don't start him, you are asking questions there. Pulled back inside, and that would have been an unbelievable finish. Electric FIFA in and around the box there from Msdossary. That shot just cannoned over the crossbar, though. This game kind of feels like we're playing on PlayStation, though. You have to kind of blink twice. We're not playing on PlayStation, we're playing on an Xbox. And as you always say, Richard, it's going to be an interesting one because Msdossary's got to go to a console. His away console. Yes, he's got experience on PlayStation. There's a fake shot there. Lovely feet beautiful for him as well. What a save. What a save, David De Gea. You've just stopped potentially one of the best goals we've seen all weekend go into the back of the net. Perfectly timed Elastico. That's what the skills are in the game for. Effective skill moves used in the big stages. I'll tell you what, Nicolas is playing with such confidence right now against Msdossary. As the guy said, I don't know if it was a psychological thing, he's saying, I'm not playing very well at the moment. I think you are. If you can save your best performance for the cross-console final, what timing? As we said, he did it against Resende back in LQE number 3. That was in January. Msdossary was victorious on the stage a month earlier every tournament is different. Msdossary's in some tournaments struggled to get really to the latter stages. Atlanta, he did pretty well.
And losing out to Tex, who went on to eventually win the event.
Back in LQE December in Bucharest, that was the first event we saw him of the year, other than, obviously, that was the first event we saw on Xbox, I should say. Continental Cup we saw him before that, we didn't actually see him at the first major of the year.
We have got a lot of time left in this game, but if Nicolas was to go on and win this, what an era of domination from the Club World Cup champions, can I just add?
What a save,
Manuel Neuer.
Ball across there, and I think Msdossary just had the blink there, or just look away from the screen like, how has he pulled out that save? David De Gea and Emmanuel Neuer down the other end.
The goalkeepers proving their worth right now. Pele and Eusebio both on. I think they just made a little change there. So he's switched back into that 4-2-3-1. Second variation, I think it is. We're still in the first one. I think he made a little change for the second one.
How do you view the maybe a CDM? Obviously, Modric is pretty fresh, but would you, for you, obviously, if you had those two CDMs, Hullet and Vieira, would you stick with them for about 90 minutes, or about 70 minutes? Would you say it's a natural change to bring on a Modric?
One of them freshen up the midfield, but in a two-legged game, it's all about maintaining the lead and trying to build on that lead going into the second leg. So if you can bring on Pele, Eusebio, the upgraded prime icon moments, do it. Get the attacking players on and try and extend that lead. He must feel like there's a little bit of blood in the water right now, Nicolas, and he can start to extend this lead going onto his home console, let's not add.
It's going to be 2 corners in quick succession for Msdossary. There's a lovely lofted ball into the box. We've seen Ronaldo get onto the end of them in past times. Look at this, a 4-on-3.
He's got to use this.
Just maybe too slow there. Obviously, he could have played that obvious ball out to Eusebio. Maybe slightly too obvious to Pele now. Is he onside? I think he is.
Again, the back-to-back elasticos, something that's really coming to the scene recently. With Tex demonstrating perfectly how it's done against Tuga in that Atlanta cross-console final, and then we've seen a multiple set of goals this weekend.
Through to Pele, back to Ronaldo. Can we get the shot away as well? Scoop turn into a shot, and it just stings the legs of the Spaniard in goal.
Look for that. Is it going to be the back post or the near post from Nicolas from this corner into the back for Mbappe?
Oh, Ronaldo was in there. That was a little bit too heavy on the header back over.
Just look though, he's got nothing going forward to Sarri right now. He's having to recycle the ball all the way back to front, because from that defensive set piece, he had nothing going forward.
Lovely little dig, nearly over the head of Maldini. If you have just joined, this is our first leg out of 2 of the cross-console final. We're actually on the PlayStation side next leg, Xbox side currently this one. So Nicolas is winning on his away console. 3-1, and he has deserved it. In the attacking sense, he's been so good. Defending as well, he's matched up to Sarri quite well. You said it best, if you can leave your best game, Richard, till the last game of the day, the grand final.
Oh, what a touch from Pele.
You're going to be in good stead, and what a touch that was again from Pele after a repeat. Added time of 3 minutes, and this is going to end a fantastic first leg. Can he get another one? If he can go 4-1 up, this is going to be massive for the Argentine. Great save.
Yeah, stinging the hands once again of David De Gea, fired into that near post. A very quick, rash shot there. Modric could float one into the back post.
He's going to try and do that, in fact, Richard. Modric there. Just collect that one, David De Gea, and send us in to that half-time interval in this tie. And it's still an advantage right now to Nicolas. Smiles all around, the coach there from FC Basel, saying, you've done a fantastic job there on your away console as well. We have to repeat that. And if anything, it was just that element of surprising the attacking third.
That little bit from Modric at the end there, that's one of the big reasons people use Modric over Vieira. Modric, so well-rounded in all of the elements, but the one thing he's got on Vieira is that 4-star skills. And you're going to see the goals here from the game. Msdossary actually took the lead in this game. So Nicolas has come from a 1-0 position to smash 3 past the Saudi Arabian.
This was a little bit risky there, we'll see. And then it started to turn it, you could say. Its cause in this game. Vieira Into Ronaldo. This was Nicolas, of course, on the attack. Lovely
nice
fake
goal.
shot there. And just a small bit of keeper movement that we mentioned. Just made it such an easy finish in the end for Neymar.
It's a really nice goal, though. He's worked the ball. Some players would have crossed that instantaneously. He's worked it. It's such a good area. That's a big slice of fortune there. Ball fired from R9. It's come off of David De Gea, and Neymar just the quickest to react. That's a chance, and he's not locked onto it, the attacking player there.
And it was Nicolas that scored another one. And that lovely, just a little turn of pace there. To be that extra step ahead of your opponent. We always talk about it in any sport. It really does pay dividends. And shot over the bar from Msdossary. And then there was nearly another one at the end. That would have been probably goal of the weekend. A little elastico away from his man. And David De Gea, huge save. This save's even better from Manuel Neuer. Played across the danger zone. And I don't even know what he saved that with.
I think he got his face on it. Couple of elasticos there from Pele, but nothing really created from it. You see another little skill run here into Hullet, played all the way across the box. De Gea saves that one though, and final chance of the game. Pele in this wide area, scoop turn. I should not say scoop turn. I should drag back. In fact, back onto the edge of the box, but shot parried away from David De Gea. 3-1. At, you could say, half-time, at the interval in this game. We've played the Xbox leg. We're now coming on to the PlayStation. Away goals don't count if this is the first cross-console final you're watching. However, one player has won the Xbox side and one player has won the PlayStation side. So you're going to have that preferential sort of treatment for the PlayStation player now coming on to, you could say, his home console.
And as I said, you know, both players already guaranteed 850 Global Series ranking points each. But for these two, they already pretty much know they're going to be at the grand final, especially for Nicolas's case. He'll be pretty much like just over 6,500 Global Series ranking points. Chasing Tex, you could say, for that top spot of how many points we've earned this year.
Coming into this tournament, it was very much chasing Nicolas. That was, on the PlayStation, what a lot of players were doing. Mo Wauber, Lev Vinken, Pina, Houston, all these players were chasing Nicolas, chasing Nicolas. He just extended his lead again at the top of the pile. And I find it quite poignant that the players who won the Club World Cup, Nicolas and Tex, they were number one then. They're still number one now. Are they going to be number one come the grand final? You'd probably think so. What a season they've had.
And also the players that, as we keep talking about, you know, we keep speaking about these kind of how many points will get you here, how many points will get you there. We've said playoffs will be about 700, 800 points for a top 60 finish on PlayStation or Xbox. But for the grand finals, we kind of said 2,500.
I think 2,000, 2,300. And then a lot of people come back to me and say, well, a lot of these people, like, there's more points for grabs, there's more points for grabs. Look who's getting to the latter stages of the tournaments. It's the same names. Lev, Houston, Nicolas, Msdossary, Tex. These are the same players who are just earning all those points and sucking the points, you could say, out of the system. So then everyone's scrapping now. That's why these country cups are so important for 200 points there. It's so important for these players to really grasp onto anything they can get, and the playoffs are going to be so clutch for so many players.
Exactly that. We're going to gather a few thoughts from the guys down on the desk of what they thought, of course, at the half-time interval in this game. What do you make of it, guys?
Yes, good question. Thank you very much, Brandon, Richard. Great work in the first leg there, the cross-console final for the LQE in March. Harry, Kyle? Well, the question stands from Brandon. Answer it. How did you see that first leg?
Nicolas is a genius.
The mind game.
He now has a lead to take to his home console. Now I'm starting to take into account what Msdossary said in the interview before the game. You know, he says he can get it done on both consoles. He's going to have to now. You know, he has to go to Nicolas's console, the PS4, to try and get back a 2-goal deficit. It's going to be difficult to do against the Iceman. I'm not sure if he can do it, but either way, stroke of genius by Nicolas. The fact he wins the Xbox leg alone against Msdossary is pretty fantastic.
If there's anyone that can do it, though, it's the man that he talked all that gas. He gassed himself up. He was saying, I've done this, I've qualified for the EC Champions League, all of this on the PlayStation, so I play on both, so I can do it. So if there's anyone that can come back on the PS4, it will be Msdossary. Will he do it? Who knows? Will the Iceman let him in? I don't think so, but it's going to be interesting watching Msdossary trying to break the ice wall down to get to the Iceman's heart.
Yeah, okay. So taking that on board then, Carl, I'll pose the question to Richard and Brandon. We're asking, who knows whether Msdossary can do it? But Carl makes a good point there. If you remember back in December for the Champions Cup, Msdossary winning 8-3, so it's still possible a repeat of that result. Can he do it, gentlemen?
So many ice references from Kyle there. I'm getting a bit chilly, actually, just hearing it all. No, personally, I don't think he is. I'm confident that my chips are on Nicolas, and I'm cashing in right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree, and I think he's just had such a good first leg, guys, and can he go and replicate it? You have to say he has to, over on his PlayStation side.
If Nicolas was to go on and lose this game, he would be so upset, having so-called on his away console taken a 3-1 lead onto his PS4. He would be devastated.
Richard, yes, he did make lots of references, Kyle, to ice, but there's only one reference, lit and hot. Those are my references to you specifically, Richard Buckley. Take away for the second leg. Enjoy this one, gentlemen.
Thank you very much, guys.
Yeah,
Are you going to be all right to carry on there?
I might need to lay it down, to be honest. I can't believe what he just said. Let's get on, come on.
Here we go then. We're going to jump into our second leg over on the PlayStation now. So Nicolas, you could say he's back home, playing in his home console. Msdossary, though, he does have experience on this PlayStation, and for me, you know, we've gone past the stage where there was icons, there was legends on certain consoles. Other than just the controller issue, it's FIFA.
Like,
It's just FIFA at the end of the day, and it's how you get yourself up for this next game now for Msdossary.
You might think he's just saying the same thing over and over again. The first goal in this game is so important. Because if Nicolas gets it,
it really
and
is.
Just chips him down another step, and then can start to build on this lead, it's going to be all over quicker than I can say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. However, on the other side of it, if Desai can get that goal back and start to plant that seed of doubt in Nicolas's mind, Nicolas has suffered big defeats on cross-console finals before. In Barcelona against Tex, he got beat heavily. That were almost a year, longer than a year ago, like 14 months ago. 3 months ago, he suffered a massive, heavy defeat against Desari. He suffered heavy defeats in cross-console finals. Will it be another one, or will he add another trophy to his collection? Let's find out.
Well, here we go then, our second leg of the cross-console final for the Gfinity LQE of March. It's the Iceman. All the ice references have been out. And if he can continue in this way, they'll be going all night long as he's 3-1 up at this moment. Msdossary, on the other hand, though, kicking from right to left in what looks like the Ajax kit. Needs 2 goals, but 2 goals is nothing in competitive FIFA, especially across the 2 legs.
It's going to be Desari in the black kit, kicking from right to left. Nicolas in the white strip. I think it's the Basel away kit, in fact.
Eusebio now into Neymar. It's a wake-up call for Neuer. First shot of the game registered.
How good were both goalkeepers last game, though? De Gea and Neuer were both unbelievable for both of these two.
I've been saying if there was ever question marks over them being involved, certainly wiped away. Made some amazing saves. As you saw the kind of elastic, I want to say, into the shot for Nicolas. Then down the other side, it was just a very dangerous ball that was played across the box, and Manuel Neuer got someone onto it. I think we came to the end of the conclusion. It just came off his head. Here's a chance. Great block again for Ferdinand. We'll go out for a corner. This is great early signs from Msdossary.
Well, it has to. He has to start strong.
And it comes. Can he get the header? No. Neuer parries that one away. Still in the hands of Desari, though. Or not.
This is what Nicolas needs to do. Just keep hold of the ball, frustrate his opponent into pressing in positions he doesn't want to really be in, force him out of his comfort zone, and then capitalise on any sort of mistake, any sort of open space in the defensive third that Desari does leave.
Lovely threaded through ball down the line for Neymar.
Cancelo's been fantastic.
He has. He's kind of gone under the radar as well.
It's the 89 João Cancelo for Nicolas, and he's using the other Juventus fullback over at left back, Alexandro. 89-foot headliner Alexandro, I think that is. It's been unbelievable.
Obviously, both players under organisations as well. Msdossary under Team Rogue, and what a team they have. Goal machine, Nicolas Rajek as well, who was playing in the virtual Bundesliga today, did very well over there. The other side of that, FC Basel. What a roster they have as well, and you know, the likes of Cody the Finisher, the Stranger, they've been involved over in Germany as well in those playoffs. Those virtual Bundesliga ones, part of the Global Series too. Just both players playing for very stacked The one thing I'd say about Rogue, get yourself a PlayStation player. They always have Xbox players, because they've only got Xbox players yet, and they always match up against each other. They're just missing that PlayStation player. Get himself a PlayStation player.
Probably, in terms of points, the best team. 3 players in the top 10. I know it was a couple of weeks ago at least. Razek, Msdossary and Goal Machine. If you add up all their points together, I still don't think they've got more than Tex.
I don't think anyone has really. You have to add quite a few peoples together to add up that kind of total point tally. There's a shot from Nicolas, his first one of the game, but was very tame. Just ricocheted off the legs of Ramos. And we're nearly a third in this game. Still 3-1, needs to keep that in. Unfortunately, Ronaldo can only touch that one out. And Msdossary still trailing on aggregate by 3 goals to 1. They've both got themselves those Global Series ranking points, but just playing for that all-important check. That's fantastic now. Play through to Neymar. What's he going to do here? Out on this left-hand side, takes the shot. That was brave.
Ferdinand getting back, doing the defensive work there. Quite a rush shot from that sort of angle, though, do you not think? With Neymar there, it's got to be...
Pull it.
Off the line.
Off the line. Is that Cancelo? He's happy to pick up the ball there as well, just off the feet of De Gea.
We talked about how good Cancelo had been for Nicolas. Off the line, doing the defensive heroics back there.
Been end-to-end these last few minutes. 2 big chances for Msdossary. Rushed that shot with Neymar, and then that corner came in. Wonder what the results are. They keep on popping up on the right-hand side of your screen. Just how everybody has got to this stage. Obviously, Swiss-style format was yesterday. Knockout football all day today, from quarterfinals onwards. Msdossary needs the first goal. Has to get it.
Yeah, it's essential for him in his trail to climb the Nicolas mountain, you'd say. Get a real good foothold in the game if he can break the deadlock here in this second leg. He's been on top in terms of the play. However, we know how dangerous Nicolas is. Only takes 1 shot. It's a great ball.
It's nearly fallen kindly as well to Neymar. To think we're nearly at half-time here. We have really had nothing to talk about in this second leg so far. Or have I just cursed it now? Msdossary, play it to the back post. Surely, yes he will, and surely he's going to score. Game on here in London.
The goalkeeper movement, you can't really question about it that much. Nicolas thought it might have gone across the goal, so he moved his Manuel Neuer all the way to the other post. If he would have predicted it, it'd have been unbelievable. Would be saying fantastic work, but you should really not be missing that chance there with Ruud Gullit. You're asking how he got that much room at CDM going forward, bursting past the defensive line there. Frank Lampard-esque getting in the right place at the right time. And this game is well and truly on right now.
It really didn't matter who was at that back post. Anyone would be finishing that. The only thing I was worried about was if it was going to just play that ball slightly too heavy.
It overran. This
will be a great story as well. You've got Nicolas that wins on his away console. If Msdossary can go and turn the game over on his away console, it would be one hell of a story. Pull it, the goal scorer in this game. We can be all square by half-time. This second half is anyone's game. Vieira into Mbappe. Is he going to go for a cross? Is Ronaldo in there? Ronaldo is in there. He's at the back post.
Alex Sandro, fantastic defensive header there. Many times we talk about the home and away console, but for me it's just 2 legs of FIFA against 2 players who rarely match up. It's sort of the novelty match. It's the showcase match in many aspects. Both of these players have played on Xbox, played on PlayStation before. It's just putting 2 players who have won their sides against each other. Unless there's one player, for example, I remember Principe back in Madrid in FIFA 17 when he played against Gorilla. He said, I've never touched an Xbox controller before. That's when it was sort of Xbox versus PlayStation. Whereas now, it's just 2 players who have won their so-called brackets, won their consoles, fighting against each other. The winner takes home a big old check.
That big old check worth $8,750 US. Nicolas has got a bit of a deja vu probably picking that check up just a few months back. And Msdossary picking up a check as well of a lot more money on as well. Plus that FUT Champions Cup. He's already lifted once before. And we keep on making that reference. He loves his FIFA here in the UK. A world champion win here for him. Modric brought on straight away. I think that's for Nicolas. There, and there's the equaliser. Hello, hello. This game's certainly on.
What a strike, straight from kickoff. Msdossary with a thunderbolt from Ronaldo's right boot. First time shot, timed it green. Still, he took Neuer into the back of the net with him. No stopping that one.
That came out of absolutely nowhere, Richard.
From CR7.
Modric straight into Cristiano Ronaldo, and you poised it best. If that hit Neuer, we'd have been flying to the back of the net with it.
That's his 50th goal.
Surely that's not 50th goal of the weekend. It probably will be.
I doubt it.
If it is, that would be... I doubt it, yeah. But if he did, that would mean that he's been involved in so many goals. For Msdossary.
Maybe on that account, potentially, on the stage.
Yeah, I'm looking at the goals he scored, of course, in the previous rounds. That would be one hell of a goal tally for the Portuguese striker. Team of the year for Item. We're all square here. This is perfect.
Perfectly poised.
Can we please have a penalty shootout?
Again, the second LQE in a row where it's come down to a penalty shootout.
And what a penalty shootout that was. Stefano Pino against Megabit. I feel like Msdossary could go in front now, and he will! Everything the Saudi Prince is touching is turning into gold.
Msdossary. He bigged himself up. He said, yeah, I'm a pro on both consoles. Don't matter which console. I can do bits. I can do the business. And that's exactly what he's done. 3-0 lead in the second leg. Very, very similar to what Nicolas did against Lev Vinken earlier on today. In that semi-final, Lev was leading 3-1 going into the second leg, and Nicolas turned it around.
3-0 Msdossary in this game, but a 4-3 advantage on the aggregate scoreline. Really has been a tale of two halves. Insane stuff here. Really, really impressive.
One thing that I've noticed, and I'm not sure if someone said this to Msdossary, but he's shooting a lot quicker. First time shots pretty much all the time.
Nicolas to reply, and he will.
What a game.
As you would say, hold that phone, we're back again, 4-4 the scoreline. And we've still got 30 minutes left.
What a game. What a showpiece for FIFA Esports here in the Gfinity Arena. The top two seeded players coming into the tournament in Nicolas and Msdossary. They've both won multiple championships throughout their illustrious career. And they're battling it out. See who can call themselves champion over this weekend.
And they both love playing their FIFA. Here in London, the Gfinity Arena has hosted so many big tournaments and created so many storylines. Can it do it again for this cross-console final in front of us now? We can't see the changes that are being made, but we can see the goal again. And that front post, which Nicolas has been happy to take a few times.
Yeah, time and time again, he's just rattled it in at the near post. He's shooting early enough that Msdossary doesn't actually have a chance to move his keeper. As soon as it's coming into him, that was what I was saying. All the shots, mainly in the second game, have been first time. Just first time shot, first time shot, first time shot. When you time it green as well, the time from the goalkeeper to actually move is so slim. It's almost impossible to defend.
As we always talk about as well, when you do move that goalkeeper, you're just interfering with their natural kind of movement. So if you're going to move it, you've got to be moving it perfectly. Ronaldo into R9. Ooh, nearly went down for a penalty there. I'm sure Msdossary would have been praying, please, ref. Blow for that penalty. This is really anyone's game. It's given to the hands of Ronaldo, the one man you don't want to give the ball to.
Little relaxed pass there, out of the back, but good defending. Real Ferdinand stepping into like a CDM position there and winning the ball back for him.
That time is ticking down. Slowly approaching either a late goal or an extra time finish. Our last game of the day here, which has been another fantastic weekend of competitive FIFA as part of that FIFA 19 Global Series. Went for the through ball, Ronaldo couldn't lock onto that one.
20 minutes left. Will we get a winner in allocated time, or will it be another 30 minutes of FIFA action? Or maybe a dreaded penalty shootout needed.
Across to Modric now. This is the time to play the best FIFA you played all weekend long. So composed, both of these two. The best of the best. As you said, the best seeds coming into this tournament. Nicolas #1 on the FIFA.gg rankings, and Msdossary ranked #2. In it comes Dossary now. Just didn't fall kindly, did it?
And you can see his face in the bottom left. He knows how big of a chance that was. It just didn't fall nicely for him.
I think it was a rush pass from R9 into Hullet, and it kind of just took a bit of a ricochet on the way through to disrupt the natural flow of the ball. With a little hook round the corner. Nicolas now, Ramos.
Didn't know if that was going to be a foul. Ramos seemed to just bundle over Eusebio there. A fresh Eusebio at that as well for Nicolas. Are we going to see a substitution be the match winner potentially for either of these two?
Who's it going to be? 10 in-game minutes now. The FIFA world is watching, and potentially watching a winner here from Msdossary. No, not yet.
So Nicolas will come forward again.
Really well done. Watch out for Eusebio. He's pretty fresh as well. Just about keeps it in.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Ramos's tracking on Eusebio since he's come on has been unbelievable. That's twice he's made huge recovery tackles in at right back.
Sandro to Modric. Needs to be patient. A few times now it's fallen kindly though. Modric to Hullet. If you score now, you might have won the whole tournament here. He tried off the post. So used to saying those goals go into the back of the net. When they're time green, they're always going to be on target at least. That one hits the framework.
How has that not gone in? He worked it nicely, did Nicolas. Modric won the ball back in midfield. Teed it up.
Now it's Msdossary's turn to come forward. 88 minutes on the clock.
Ooh, that's
this
audacious.
could be a time to try and create something. Goes up for a goal kick though. Are we going to extra time?
Or will
for
we
a
get
second LQE in a row, Richard?
a match winner here? It's going to be Nicolas, really with the last attack, you could say, of the match. Before we go into extra time, 90th minute just ticked over.
As you said, Nicolas is in possession. It's up to him to make a chance here, or if he gets dispossessed in his own half, Msdossary will have a sniff at something.
2 allocated minutes.
Get the ball forward, Nicolas. Last chance saloon for you, quite literally.
It's going to go the other way. Is he going to move it forward in enough time? No, he's not.
No, he needed to play that ball forward. Extra time for a second LQE in a row here at the Gfinity Arena.
Look at the stats. 7 shots, 7 on target from Dossary. Nicolas has had 1 shot on target, and that's what the first leg can do for you. Win 3-1 in the first leg. Almost, would you say, took his foot off the gas a little bit in this second leg. Dossary's just been so good going forward. And here we are with 30 additional minutes of added time.
And still nothing to separate these two powerhouses in the FIFA esports scene. Here we go, 30 more minutes in front of us, extra time. Let's see how these ones go.
Pele coming on for Neymar.
It's simple, Nicolas needs to create more chances. Msdossary has looked very good in this game.
It doesn't necessarily need to create more chances. He needs to create the one chance to win the match.
Completely different story, as I said, in the first game. It was all Nicolas, and he was on his away console. This game, it's been all Msdossary. Speaking of which, though, Nicolas, who said he needed to create that one chance, could that be the chance? It falls to Eusebio in the end. He somehow gets something on it just to dink it over the keeper. I need to see on the replay there was a definite confusion at the back of who was marking who.
Dinked over him there.
You said about Ramos getting so tight to Eusebio. Just that occasion, Eusebio was a step ahead of his man.
Fantastic finish from the super sub. Prime icon moment, Eusebio. We talk always about him getting in the right place at the right time. I talk about how he's the super sub with 99 finishing, 99 attack positioning.
Or is Msdossary got to reply again, and that'll be for the 5th time.
Wow.
Across these 2 legs. 10 goals it would be as well. We've already seen 9 go in.
That's such
a mistake
awful
again.
pass.
Oh, play to the other side. He's still in possession. Look at the run. Maldini, right place, right time.
Does this not just show as well how much Nicolas has improved since FUT Champs Cup 2? It was a blowout for Msdossary in December. It's now extra time and Nicolas is leading.
Mbappe. Then Msdossary, a minute or 2 left, and then we're nearly at the half-time interval in extra time. That's twice now Msdossary's had the ball in the final third. This will be the 3rd time he's had it. Has to use it properly. Has to do more with it because defensively, Nicolas.
You see how deep Nicolas is sitting as well right now. That defensive line pretty much camped on his own at penalty area. If he can get into half-time in extra time here and just recompose himself going into the 2nd period, he's in a great position. This is all from that fantastic first leg performance from Nicolas on the Xbox.
Is the referee going to play on that? I think we should be there for half-time in extra time. And you could just see there Msdossary just scratched his head, probably thinking, how am I going to break this down? I need to get in there, make a few changes, see exactly how Nicolas is going to try and approach this last 15 minutes. Because you said it perfectly, he's going to defend naturally. He's going to try and manage these last 15 minutes.
Yeah, if we can jump back onto Msdossary's point of view to see what changes he is making, that'll be ideal. Here we go. So he has switched into a 3-1-4-2, I should say. Right now has Msdossary.
He used all his subs as well. I'm just looking across there. Obviously, he's brought on Pele.
That was it. He was changing to ultra attacking, so he can play 4-2-3-1 maybe for 5-10 minutes and then switch into it straight away.
On the other side of that, we have no idea of what Nicolas might be changing. Pele into Modric. Msdossary ultra attacking right now. Numbers are forward. Rio Ferdinand had no idea about that one other than just stick a leg in. Let's see what happens. Is there one more twist to this tale? Or will it be the Iceman picking up another LQE check worth $8,750 here? And his 3rd title of this Global Series for this year, FIFA 19. You can't be making those mistakes. Nicolas, golden chance for him. Surely that will do it. Yes, it will. 3 in the back for Msdossary. There was always going to be gaps there.
It's all come from the mistake. He's gone to switch the play to Sarri. Nicolas has just got in front of him. You can see the chance how it got created there. He kept his composure in front of goal. Tucks it past the goalkeeper with who else but the magic man, CR7. With a 2-goal lead with 10 minutes left to play. Is it just too much to ask for Msdossary?
Needs to reply. If he's got a reply in him, R9. Let's get a corner. Last 10 in-game minutes here of this tie.
Oh,
here
wow.
we go. Wow.
Game on.
7 minutes left. Please, another penalty shootout. If only. Is that Mbappe leaping up or Cristiano Ronaldo? I couldn't really see that. Mbappe leaping up there.
Post.
It's either Mbappe or Cristiano Ronaldo in that box. 13 minutes left.
I'm going to need to sit down after this game because it's put me through the ringer.
Into the last 5.
I can only imagine what the players are feeling on the stage right now.
Nicolas must be thinking, just see out this game. This is my game to lose right now. I did it against Resende a few months back.
It's a great ball. Just utilising all that space in the attacking third.
And just watching that time run out. Keep the ball. Manage this game well. Or if anything, go and create another chance. I think that's exactly what the Argentine might be wanting to do here. Oh, they would have been through there.
This is Msdossary's chance. 2 minutes on the clock.
Msdossary, a world champion in London. back in August last year.
It's a free kick. I'll tell you what, this is his opportunity.
Not a direct shot. Pele now,
He's got a dink
33 yards out. Last chance of the game, a little dink. And if anything, a wasted chance there. He didn't really have much to work with. And in time of 2 minutes.
I don't really get that. I think he's looking obviously for Ronaldo inside the box, but just play it short, just work an opportunity. As long as you don't pass the ball backwards, you're not gonna. The referee's not gonna blow full time.
And he should be there. He's done it again. The Iceman dethrones the Saudi Prince in London. 3 titles for Nicolas99FC from FC Basel. He did it back in January. He did it in the E-Club World Cup. And he's done it again here in London at the Gfinity Arena, Richard. A fantastic weekend. And if anyone was in question about this guy, can he go for the full season? Can he keep up to this level? He's proved everyone wrong once again.
I don't think anyone were questioning him. He's been unbelievable from the start all the way here to the middle of March. Unbelievable performance from Nicolas. Another trophy, and you can see that smile on his face. All I'm going to say is, Tom, you asked me where I'm putting my chips. I put them on Nicolas, and I'm coming up. I've won everything.